Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Try what I believe is pronounced Archeblade. This is a game in early access, you can currently get on Steam for free, so it's free to play. And we're going to go into the game in a few minutes, but first a couple of things. Firstly, obviously since it's in early access, the actual release version of the game could be different in any or all ways. This is pretty early and it was only released on early access very recently. Secondly, there's obviously a big elephant in the room here. The free-to-play model. So, some games have really good free-to-play models where you can enjoy the game without paying, say like Loadout or Team Fortress. Other games have really shitty free-to-play models, like say the new Dungeon Keeper, which is just an unplayable load of shit. Anyway, let's talk about this one. So, you start off with about 6,000 or so of these points, enough to buy 2 people essentially. You start off with 6,600. And you could buy 2 characters for what is essentially a big beat-em-up fighting game online. You can pay £4 in British pounds to buy them. So you can immediately get 2 characters. You earn more of these little coins here for going into the game and winning games and just generally doing well. And this is quite a nice model because you get 2 of these characters for free. They're all buyable with in-game money. And if you play long enough, you could theoretically get all of them, but you don't really need all of them. You just need 1 or 2. There are all these are all the different ones, apart from the one that I've already bought. So I have one that I've bought, and you'll see that one in action. But they all have different abilities, different sort of fighting styles. Then you can buy more skins for actual money, but you know they're just skins. And you can also buy items to increase how good you are, but again, this can also be purchased with in-game money, and in fact, it is just purchased with in-game money. Look at that, no actual pounds. That might just be because they haven't integrated it yet, but I hope they stay just with in-game money. Hopefully, you can also buy these packs. What I like about this is that there's no pretense. It tells you how much money it will be. It doesn't make up some bullshit currency like diamonds that it pretends you can get within the game, but is really lying. It's honest with you. It tells you money, all the in-game money. So it's, you know, rather fair in that manner. So I very much like the free-to-play model. You can get to the same point just for playing the game. So it doesn't give an unfair advantage. It's not pay to win, is what I'm saying. So you go on to network play here, and you get one of these traditional PC scrolling, looking for a game thing. So let's find the game, and I can show you what goes on. The waiting times seem quite minor, and the servers are very active. There's a lot of people playing, so that's good. So this is the character I've got. We're going to lock in. This is my selection of a character. You can see here the other skins, but I don't own them, so I'm just going to go with this. No items, so we're just going to go into the match. So one thing I don't like about the game, which I generally like, I like the game, but I don't like the graphic style. It's very sort of World of Warcrafty. It looks like it's from 2005, but it's not awful, and you can bear it. So there are various characters. Some of them are ranged. This one's quite melee. She has, you know, your basic attack, your big power attack, your other big power attacks, like this, which hits multiple enemies at the same time. So everyone here, this is a real guy who actually exists, and you have a degree of armor. As you can see here, I've stunned him. This guy's really fast, which means I have to be very worried. So I'm going to try and bounce back. I'm going to use an ability which gives me more health. And you can see, this will get quite deep, but it's beat 'em up at heart. And one of the best parts about this is that you can actually just get into it with little or no, you know, time. See, I've got a kill there. I killed that dude. There was only 2 people when I joined, and I presume one of them's left, so this might be just the 2 of us. Oh, look, the game's over. Okay. Usually they take at least a few minutes, but that was a very quick one. So you see there, we got a little bit. Let's go back. Let's go back and find a new game. That was a bit shit. Shortest one I've ever seen there. Let's go with one that actually has some people in it. Let's go into this one. It also only has 2 people in it, but hey ho, that's what you get. This is unbelievable. I start recording and I start having trouble that I didn't have before. Let's go to active rooms. Oh, there we go. Okay. And they're all full apart from the one I tried to go into. Lovely. Okay. Available room. There we are. Okay. So there appears to be no one in these. So let's go into this one again, see if we can get in. No problem before, just happens to be right now. Alright, here we are. Okay. So there are various game modes. Some of them are just, you know, death matches. Other ones you have to take control of areas and various things. So there is some variety. Again, oh, I just accidentally clicked to leave. I seem to be fixed up here at the top. I believe I may have died before this. Like, yeah, there's a gaming session. I've just got to wait till they're done. So I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about stuff. You can tell how organised I am, can't you? But yes, the game does have a variety of modes, and it seems fairly complete, like it could be released in the state it is, which makes me wonder how. Oh, that's just great. Okay, here we are. So this is one of the modes. You're in a small little arena. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount of maps, but there are a few. There's not like 2 or 3. There's a considerable amount. So you can see this guy has range attacks, but I do quite a bit of damage. So let me see if I can catch him on unawares. Oh, you can see this guy is so much faster than me. I have to be very careful with my attacks. But you see there, I took half his armor down in one hit. So the characters are quite different. The one thing that is complainable is that if you pick the wrong character the very first time you play, you can end up not having any decent characters because you accidentally picked a rubbish one because you didn't really know what they did. You see, you can block and stuff. But I just went with the one from the tutorial, and that seemed to work quite well. The tutorial is quite good. It doesn't go into super depth. I hope that eventually they'd bring out tutorials for each character, but that would take like 20 tutorials, so you know. This one seems fairly quick, so that's a bit of a problem. Let's help out my teammate here just by sort of aiming it. So yeah, I'm not very good at the game, but I tend to actually get quite a few kills, so that's a paradox. Alright, that one's dead. Which now means we've only got to deal with one of them. So in this game mode, people don't respawn until the end of a round. So it's sort of an arena thing, which was very, very fun when I did it with 4 people early on each team, but this one is a little more boring. As you can see, I'm very over-reliant on this move. Oh, can't quite catch them there. So this is one of the flying about people, and damn it. Thankfully, I've got this range guy, so there's a lot of teamwork here. Okay. We've pretty much beaten the arse out of these people so far. So I've only played as this one character, but from what I've seen of other characters playing, and from what I've talked to my friend who also has it, and has picked a different character, there's a lot of variety in how they work. You know, he took a big guy, whereas I took this little girl. That doesn't sound well. Just don't take that out of context. It's all right. So as you can see here, these two are royally beating my ass. So you might see me die. Aha! I've caught him like that. I've certainly done a lot of damage to them though. Alright, I think that guy's dead. I need to get out of here though because I'm dying. Oh, there we are. You saw me get disposed of. So, we'll see how the rest of the game goes then. I can sort of control this camera here and watch my team hopefully win. So this is one of the few Let's Tries who actually have played the game before. And look at that, I got a nice little view there. That's interesting. So I got 10 coins, I scored 3, which isn't so great, but I scored more than this newcomer. So let's see if we can have a rematch here. So you see that even the losers still get coins for doing, you know, killing and stuff. And I don't know how it's quite thought up. So there seems to be 2 people on each, which is good. So you can see that it doesn't hugely matter, you know, what bonuses you've got. I have seen a bit of a difference, but it seems to be mostly in skill. And that's what I really like about this. It's not a pay-to-win kind of thing. Yes, you can slightly speed up your situation by buying better characters for money, but the thing is that you can still get any character you want. You can still get for real in-game money that isn't just brought up with real money. So I like the model because everyone's on a level playing field, and there's no real advantage to people who pay, but they still get something because they still get all the characters without having to work for them. Again, though, I don't know what it's going to be like once the game's released. They could screw it all up. Oh, some of them seem to be able to move very quickly or even teleport, but she's screwed because she's got no health. I'd quite like to get the kill rather than my teammate getting it, though. But yeah, I was playing one of these earlier and there was 4 people on each team and it was a Royal Rumble. There we are, I got the kill. So you can get like double kills, you can, you know, chain up kills, you can win various games, but it's actually a very enjoyable game. I was surprised at how just good the beat 'em up experience is. Other games have done this, right, all the time, but they always seem to be really shit and you come away thinking, well, what if someone competent was doing it? And that's what you see here. This is the first one that I've heard of that's competent. There might be others that I just never learned about, but this is the first one that's been consistently enjoyable over the 2 or 3 hours I've had of playing it so far. So not very much time. Could get bored of it, I don't know. So I used up my little special there. I also like the fact that you have to take just the right amount of damage to die. So, you know, you don't die too quickly, so it doesn't feel like it's unfair. But you also don't live forever, and it doesn't feel like it's unfair because people just don't die. It's got that very lovely balance in between the two, where you can escape and run away, but it's difficult, and you can't just, you know, cheat other people out of their kills by jumping off the side of a ledge all the time. That I have seen it happen once. So it's a genuinely enjoyable experience. I don't like the art style, but that's not something that's inherently wrong with the game. That's just my personal taste. God, this girl dances about a lot. Thankfully, my teammate there is quite good at jumping about. So this seems to be filling up with more people. The team balancing is quite good. As you can see here, we're at an unfair advantage because we got one more person. But I've never seen it quite put, you know, 10 people versus 2 or something stupid like that. It seems quite fair. So you can see here I've got into a bit of fight with this girl over here. And, you know, the fighting really comes alive when there's a lot of people on each side, when it's quite cramped and claustrophobic. And I've seen the team chat get quite not disrespectful, but I remember people telling me to piss off once. So you see there, I actually got 3 Steam achievements there, and they were all really basic ones as well, just to show how shit I am at the game. But I've been doing quite well actually. Got loads of kills. You can see there I came first in our little group. So let's go back in a bit, and I can give you my my summaries. It's free. And I'm going to say, for a free game, you should pretty much just get it and try it yourself. So I don't know why I even bother talking. But I do think it's a very enjoyable experience. It's got a good mixture of skill. It's got a nice model, a nice free-to-play model, a nice business model. And it's got a general enjoyable experience around it. You know, you go in, you have 10 minutes of just enjoying yourself. There's a bit of backstory to each character that I can show you, but no one really gives a shit, do they? Yeah, let's go and look at someone's backstory. Blah blah blah, Western girl of guns. Done. And you just have a good time, and you can play it with friends and shit. So, yeah. This is a Restef seal of approval for being quite a decently good game. Goodbye, people. See you next time.